Hello everyone, so today we're going to look at some Aether race defense replays and at some point having a little discussion about future changes. But before we get started, there is something I have to tell you about because last week I completely forgot. So recently I started to write some blog posts on FEH where I would share some thoughts and ideas on new units, new skills and new banners released. The main reason which leads me to open this new blog is you probably know there is a reason as to why I stopped making review videos. On the other hand, writing blog posts is not time consuming, for me it's fast. So that's why I wanted to give it a try. You will have a link in the description if you're curious about it. So back to the defense now. As you can see, everyone will have 44 HP except for Lilina because of Dragon Flowers. No matter what you do about Lilina to avoid her, you know she's going to be danced by Sigurd. So Horned Cavalry. And Bernadetta is here providing with Claude defense tactic because I want to make sure he has more visible stats. He needs to be the target of Return Trap because that's the main idea. I was also hesitating with respect to the B skill on Lilina. I have already furthered Guard, but you know, Lance Breaker is strong against Aether. This guy doesn't die to Aether and he's good. This guy is good also to Aether, so Wind Sweep feels overkill because it's obvious Bernadetta is weak to Henriette. Lilina also, so perhaps Guard is better. And also I have to account for the fact Ascended Film exists. So I didn't give too much thoughts about this defense because recently during Legendary Phase banner I got this new unit. I always wanted it. And I have some ideas, but it's not finished yet. So I'm still using my typical ARD return trap with Bernadetta, but there is a chance in the future you will see Bernadetta is going to be removed because I think for Nifo to be included, probably I need 2 dancers, of course also 2 mythics and 2 nukes, so maybe Bernadetta will have to be removed. I still need Sara because she's important for Kia staff. And you will see later on during this week I tried another setup. Bernadetta 7th slot, she's danced by Mirabilis, which forces her to move forward, which means for the following turn she ends up being closer to everyone else. I know what you will be saying, why she is 7th slot here and not Sara, but truth be told, I don't see Bridal Fjorm anymore, and it's been like several months I believe. So it's not like Light Season where Mila is everywhere, because running, you know, Bridal Fjorm comes at the cost of not using, let's say, Yuri, some strong player phase units like Ninja Corinne, Ninja Lin or Flame. That's it. So this defense, well, it's okay. This one played definitely well, and I will talk about this player. There is definitely something dangerous about this kind of play. I always said it, and that's why I refuse to share my ideas on how I would personally play with Savior if I wanted to play Savior with, which of course will never happen. So this first day I was really upset because I forgot something. When I try a new setup or I try to change even a single little detail on my defense, typically there is something I missed, and what I missed here is bonus Cavalry School. I forgot it's a bonus. So here Bernadetta is a target of a debuff, and well, what happens? Very simple. She ends up having more visible stats than my Claude. So you know what this means. This return trap didn't work as it was intended. And my opponent just took advantage of that. It was so silly to watch. Red was so unfortunate. So what I could do eventually is, instead of drive defense, using attack or speed tactic for Claude, just to make sure he ends up having more stats, or just adding a structure here so that Sara cannot move toward Lilina or Bernadetta. So yeah, that was such a stupid behavior from my units. And you can tell it's easy to clean up. And sometimes I don't even know if it's really useful to use guard on Lilina, at least against Henriette. Even without Iceberg, she hits hard, really hard. So yeah, I realized my mistake and now it's fixed. Loki is definitely a very interesting unit. Very interesting one, however, like I said, with respect to Bride of Yom, it comes at a cost of not, let's say, using Flame, not using Ninja Lin, Yuri, those kind of units. Because while they have some good utility, they don't really help you with a cleanup, they don't have good player face. Yuri is already meta, you see him every time, every week, even if he's not a bonus unit anymore, and I'm not surprised. He's Layla, but 10 times better. Much better stats, and Kanto, free space, slaying, times pulse, he has just everything. So yeah, you will see when my opponent doesn't use Savior, I'm doing fine. As long as they bring Savior, it really depends how they play with Savior and specifically which units they are choosing. If they choose, let's say, Far-Save Aether, I'm fine. If it's Henriette, no. I feel bad for Tiki.
So lonely.
She got a refine just for that. Again, always be careful. People now use this combination. I think every good defense now has to account for the existence of Yuri. He is such a cancer unit. He's super dangerous. And that's why I wanted to consider damage reduction units in my defense, like Flame or Nifo. Because the best way to counter Yuri is using yourself fast save. And I do not want to use this kind of stuff. Never.
Better accept it.
So yes, my only option is Nifo or Flame.
Better accept it.
And this was really weird.
Just like Fafnir.
Yeah, just like that. I don't know. So here, a rematch. So earlier I said the most dangerous way to play with Savior by far is using very strong player phase units and just fast save. You player phase everyone here, let them exposed, and at some point using pivot on Henriette or smiting Henriette up, and that's it. So this person here just found a solution. Definitely something I have never seen. Curtains on Dimitri. And he doubles, Claude. He really doubles. Without buffs. And so now as you can see he is exposed, but who cares? Henriette takes care of everyone. Same thing with Lilina. I told you about this, she's danced by Sigurd. But the AoE is not affecting Henriette, so that's fine.
I don't want to lose control.
I mean, even if Lilina survives here, let's say she has guard or something like that, it's obvious with someone like Yuri, Dimitri, it's over, they kill everyone. That is the most dangerous way to play with Savior. If someone uses Savior this way, there's no way you can win in AR defense. They just have to counterpick. If I have, let's say, instead of Lilina, I have Claude, they wouldn't use Henriette, they would use Far Save Brave Actor. If I have Lilina, they would just counterpick and use the team slot with, well, you know, Henriette. Well, okay, now I am back and let's look at the next replay. A failure, kind of. I'm getting used to this. Safe defense, Bolt Tower, Yuri, fast save, Henriette. And now there is Erika and Gale Force Keda with double refresh. And yes, that's my problem. I refuse to use fast saving defense and I pay the price. But that's fine. Again, like I said, I will find a solution to this. Against this hit and tank fast save. And this confuses me. You let Ashera here, but why? You gave me a free kill. And that's my problem. Look at that. Why do you think Sara targets Bernadetta? I forget once more. Cavalry School is still a bonus structure. So when I changed the map and the setup, I completely forgot to change the C slot for Sara. Something like tactic, attack tactic or home tactic, just to make sure he gets some buffs. If Bernadetta is the only target of Cavalry Skull. And yeah, so now it's easy to clean up. Like I said before, using fast save this way with super strong player phase units, it's the best combination of both worlds. You have a super min-maxed fast save tank and min-max strategy using super high attack speed spread units which don't want to take a single hit and then yes, you just kill everyone and let everyone exposed. Because fast save doesn't care about your misplacement. And here again, why? Naga, just why? Here to give me a free kill. So this time I have Horn Attack. So yeah. I think really I said sometimes that I will be honest, really. Even if you have a good defense, I think what happens most likely is that the result of your AR defense depends more heavily on luck. If your opponent plays really well, or at least not too bad, you're going to have some difficulty. If they use fast save, near save, and one or two very strong player phase nuke, and you don't have fast save, it's probably over. And even with fast save, it's not guaranteed you're going to survive. If they use the fence and bolt tower, you just kick your ass with AoE. Because people do that. I know some people do AoE build on Yuri. It kills you. Because, well, bolt tower reduces your HP to 1. And by the way, I'm disappointed. I know it's a bonfire, but honestly, bonus auto attack death solo and he dies to bonfire. I know it's just a matter of 2 or 3 point HP overkill, but it's still disappointing. Also, I was thinking about an alternative build, and I will talk about it later on, for Aether, one that is super interesting. However, I would not recommend using this kind of weapon when he's a bonus unit, because eventually he could have, you know, more stats, more speed than Gustav, and you don't want to see Aether having more speed. You don't want him to double. You can use, for example, Unbound X and Deflect Melee, which is very interesting. You're slow enough to fail a double, to miss a follow-up, so this means Gustav is not going to reduce your damage output. And Aether is not going to kill you, even with a first hit bonfire, because Deflect Melee reduce by 80% the second hit. The B slot could be a breaker or guard skill. I think a guard skill, a guard skill is probably better, because of course a breaker means you'll make a follow-up. Maybe you can use Steel, I believe, Lance Breaker for Aether. But then this means the Deflect Melee is not effective. Especially if you have more speed. I think the best way to do it with Unbound Axe, Attack Death Solo, Deflect Melee is using Guard. And using multiple Guard also is useful, let's say Lilina or even Bernadetta, just to stop Ascended Fume from her track. Otherwise, she kills you with Ice Mirror. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.